Ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday. Anand's gone. And
he's in Ibiza.
He's in Ibiza. And we told you guys that we would not do call-ins unless we absolutely have to. So screw Anand. You guys killed Anand. Yeah. We would have had him call in.
Yeah, he could have.
But no, the audio's bad, and so
I'm sure the Wi-Fi in Ibiza is not good.
Ibiza.
Yeah.
I need Anand back, man. He owes me some. I needed a P&L just now in the meeting. He's up in Ibiza. Okay. Happy Monday, guys. I hope everyone feels excited, motivated. I got a lot of good feedback on our Friday episode about the little bit of. Some people said Friday's episode had a little bit of a short story long feel.
Yeah, I think
we got a good little interview with Michael.
It's great because I actually ended up having dinner with Michael later in the evening, and he went into the conversation he had with the reboot author, just more in depth, and like how he found that conversation to be like extremely impactful in the way he thinks.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, well, good stuff.
Yeah.
Onwards and upwards.
As always.
Dee, let's get into some Monday news. The first thing is, have you heard of this Equifax issue that's going on? I was just in a meeting with our staff, and I was having trouble getting people focused because they were all trying to lie about the amount of time they had spent on the phone with the service center because apparently they're paying out per hour spent. There was a data breach. Free money over at Equifax.
I got my $125.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow.
So here's the benefit of having people like AOC in power.
Yeah.
She was one of the biggest supporters of going after Equifax, and she proudly.
Did I say it wrong again? Is it Equifax?
You could say however the fuck you want. I don't care.
I could say Equa.
I have no respect for a credit agency that steals people's data.
Can I say Iran?
Say Iran.
All right. Okay, so keep going.
So they had a data breach, and this is a consumer credit agency. This is where all of our credit history, it is the most intimate financial details of every person transacting. And so there was this landmark settlement, like I think it was like $800 million or something that's getting paid out in total. And if you were part of the breach, you're entitled to $125. Plus, if you can prove how much time you spent, I think you got paid like $20 an hour or something like that.
That's what they were doing downstairs.
And I didn't spend any time. So I just I'm not playing games. I want my 125.
I get it.
So all you have to do is I don't have the link on me, but I think it's Equifax Settlement. Just Google that. It should pop up. And then you put your last 6 digits of your social security, and then your last name, and then it'll tell you if you're eligible. If you're eligible, you just fill out the rest of the information, and then within now and the next 6 months, you'll get $125.
And you did it.
I did it.
Do you do it just to spite them? Because you don't need the $125.
No, I just did it really to just support AOC and her movement.
Wow. Okay. All right. You know that it's just hacking season because Robinhood got breached.
Yeah, really? Today?
Yesterday.
Did you get a notice?
Yeah, they sent a notice to change all your stuff.
I didn't get that. I have a Robinhood account.
Well, guess what?
Danny didn't either.
Well, guys.
Maybe you got spoofed.
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
So either way, I'm good. But no. It happened to Harrison. Harrison got the email.
Okay.
You guys need to check your junk.
Okay.
And I don't mean your private part. I bet you it's in your junk mail.
I'll check right now.
But whatever. Everyone's hacking. So if your information's out there or if you've used FaceApp, you're whatever. Everyone has your shit. Okay, next up, you want to talk about when your friends just smile in your face, make a couple $1 billion off of you, and then stab you in your back. That's what's happening right now to Zuckerberg. I feel like we're ready for social network too. So I think if we could get, who was that, Martin Scorsese? Who did that?
No. Aaron Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin. I always get him confused.
That's it. Why would you get those two confused?
Sorkin, Scorsese, that's why. It just
I know,
sounds
but the
similar.
type of movie Scorsese makes. And
I'm not that into it. I can't tell. It's just Sorkin, Scorsese. Those are the same words. I'm ready for a round two. This guy, obviously, Chris Hughes. We talked about him months ago. He did this blog post about Facebook. It's too big. We need to break them up. Whatever. And now, it would appear that good old Chris Hughes is actually working with regulators to actually make this breakup happen. He's getting involved.
he's the biggest dirtbag in history. Dirtbag.
I just think this.
If he said, I will donate all of my money and I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to breaking up Facebook.
Half. Give half.
No, all.
I'm just saying give half.
No, all. He would be nothing without Facebook. He's nobody.
I know, man, but he was his roommate.
Yeah. I mean,
Just got paid a couple. How much did he make, roughly?
billions.
He's got to just at least, you got to pay something big.
Yeah. I wonder if he still owns stock. That would be the funniest thing.
He
You would
can't
find
be
out that this
dumb.
guy's made like $500 million in stock in
He
the last.
can't be that stupid.
I mean, it's just unbelievable to me. Someone actually sent me this Twitter account, a tweet that someone posted that the coolest thing right now is to post like, I made all this money, but I regret it. Like that's like the hot thing going on in America.
Especially in tech.
In tech, right? Like you all of a sudden have a conscience.
It's easy to have a conscience when you have a couple billion.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know the fact that he's helping. He's quoted by saying, Facebook does not fear privacy issues, does not fear anything. The only thing they fear is antitrust. And he's like, I'm going to help. How can you be that big of a traitor?
He's also quoted saying he never took this to Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
Personally.
yeah.
Okay, whatever.
I hope Zuckerberg crushes him.
I do too, but I just want to give a disclaimer so that I'm on record on the side of history I want to be on. There's a good chance he has seen some shit and he's like, look, this is too nuts. This is too crazy. It needs to be broken up. The thing that and he could be right, and if so, fight your fight. The two things I have a problem with is you admitted you never took it to Zuckerberg internally, and number two, what are you going to do with the billions of dollars that you made off of this scammy company that's too big? You got to give it up, Chris.
I don't know. I don't trust this guy at all.
Go be a politician, Chris.
Yeah. Benedict Arnold.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Okay. Next up, we're going to talk about more friends in trouble.
What do we got?
Good old Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah.
Can I just clear up something that's going to be a really stupid question? Wasn't Rudy Giuliani once loved by the state of New York?
So he was
hated?
he was the mayor of New York City during 9/11, and I think just because how he handled that situation, he was kind of beloved.
Because I remembered, obviously I was young when that happened, but I remembered Rudy Giuliani just being this really loved guy.
Yeah.
Then, he had his troubles. Then he went to work for Trump. Mm-hmm. He had some wild interviews on these news channels on Trump's behalf. Wild, where I feel like even Trump was checking him and what the hell are you saying, dude?
He's senile.
Old and senile. It turns out he's not only senile, not only old, but also broke.
Dead broke.
Dead broke. He's borrowing money from Trump's old lawyer.
Trump's lawyer lent him $100,000. He's in the middle of a divorce case where he's claiming that his wife has now taken over the bank accounts and claiming that there is money. It's just because of the divorce. And she's claiming he's not showing all of his income. And then he's also claiming Trump doesn't pay him. So he's not earning. He earned all of his money. All the money he earned last year was $800,000 between speaking and fees and whatever. And that's all the money he has. And that he cannot pay.
What the hell? What is Rudy Giuliani doing that he's just running through 800,000? Like, what's his life? He probably has a beautiful house and stuff.
Yeah, I think they were saying his the article isn't pulling up at the moment, but like what his rent was and things like that. But he's obviously in the middle of an ugly divorce. It's just funny to me that all of Trump's cabinet and his peers, who are so-called the richest, most successful people, are liars, and they're not rich. Like Chris Hughes, who's a roommate, has more money than good old Wilbur Ross.
Big time. Multiples. Has more money than the whole cabinet, probably. Gosh.
It's just funny that like we got like confused with I don't know, rhetoric instead of actually how much money these people had. And everyone thinks, Rudy Giuliani was an attorney and this and that. He would have money. $100,000. That's kind of a joke.
That's a joke. To pay your taxes?
Yeah.
Clown. That's what you get for being a clown.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. I want to talk about something that is completely outside of, well, I guess not completely, but outside of politics, and something that we can all sort of vote for, sign our names on this petition, and really get behind. And I would like to say, at first I didn't know how I felt about it. I feel great about it. There's a petition going around to move Halloween. They want to move it to the last Saturday of October every year. So it's no longer tied to October 31st, because when October 31st lands on a Wednesday, you're screwed. I know here in LA, Halloween is probably the second largest party holiday, second to July 4th.
I think it's bigger. I think it is the biggest.
It might be, but I'm guessing in every major city, there's people walking around downtown looking crazy. There's obviously kids in every place trick-or-treating. This seems to make really good sense.
I think the only people who get affected by a Wednesday change are nightclubs. Because when you get a Wednesday, you get a Friday, the previous Friday, you get to have a party, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
You're right.
But I think this is a great idea. One, I think the concept, this is such a big deal for young people in general, especially young children. Weeknight just ruins it. Because they got to go to school tomorrow, all hopped up on candy corn.
On Snickers bars.
Yeah. I think it's a great move. We should definitely move it to Saturday. I'll be shocked if anyone opposes this. What kind of person?
Someone will. There'll be some, I'm telling you, up in Portland, Oregon, there'll be some outrage.
Someone outraged.
Like, that is ridiculous. That is Halloweenist. And it's not.
You're a Halloweenist.
You're a Halloweener. And it's not unacceptable. And I'm offended.
I
There's
just
a Facebook
don't,
group about it right now. Halloweenists.
I can't think of a reason to oppose it.
I can't either. At all. Okay. All right. Well, listen, everyone sign up then.
Yeah.
Get active.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't just hashtag it. Don't just talk about it. Get active.
Sign the petition. It's on change.org. It was launched by the Halloween and Costume Association, which I cannot believe there is a trade organization that serves as a nonprofit voice for businesses that manufacture, import, and distribute Halloween products.
I want to meet the guy or gal that's in charge of that thing.
You're probably wearing a costume.
At all times.
Yes.
They better be.
Yeah. A big old pumpkin.
What's up, pumpkin? Okay. Well, listen, I think everyone should get involved. I want you to get as involved as you did in this Equifax thing.
Okay.
Not only when it benefits you.
I'll sign the petition.
That's what they should do. They should say, you know what? Sign the petition. In the next 6 months, you'll receive $20.
A free Halloween costume.
Everyone would sign it. Next up, talk about, we got some just savage, wild, wild west business people. I guess you can call them business people.
I call them pirates.
Pirates. Okay, I like that. You got to get your money, though, however you get it. These people have a hustle, I'll call it, where they go around and scoop up birds and limes and probably wheels and all these scooter companies that are illegally sort of parked. People's businesses, yards, driveways, etc. They then impound them and charge the companies to get them out.
Yep.
This is some good stuff. You want to get creative and make a couple bucks? You got to start thinking like this.
They think, so they're going around and they're claiming we aren't just grabbing scooters off the street and throwing them in a yard. They actually are doing that. The only difference
what's the difference? What's their
they write a parking ticket for every single one they have. So I guess that's their way of keeping track of it.
But can a regular person write a parking ticket?
No, it's bullshit.
I like it.
They made up the concept of parking ticket, and
So
this
they're
is,
like, we're not just listen. We have documentation.
so they have a flatbed truck. They are scooping up these illegally parked scooters, which is so many scooters are parked, let's say, on private property or in zones where they're not supposed to be parked. And they grabbed him. They have grabbed 10,000 scooters.
How many people they have on staff?
It's just two of them. It's a two-man show.
Imagine 10,000 scooters. These guys. I wonder what you get per scooter.
They look exactly how you expect two guys that...
Can I see? Oh, you freaking dorks. You dorky
They have like a
dorky.
polo shirt for their little tow company.
Oh, my God. These guys suck. They look like they would have like a Mythbusters type show. But like on a network.
They were able to shake down Bird for the first time for $40,000 to recover a bunch of scooters. And I guess Bird was under the impression that we're paying you $40,000 to just shop this business. And it sounds like these guys said that was for that one time. That was the one-time fee you have to pay to get these back. And so they're charging scooter companies $30 for the pickup and an additional $2 for each day that the scooter is in storage, capping the daily fees off after a month. So originally, they had scooped up 1,800 Bird scooters from July through November of 2018, and then they got 40 grand from them. And now Bird's like, well, we paid you, like, go away, stop doing this. So now these guys are, I mean, if we think scooters are like a transportation business, and we ticket and impound cars, so these guys are kind of onto something.
But Bill and Larry can't just decide to start up a citizens arrest company. It's not your place to do it, Bill.
They might be pioneers. They're making more money than Bird and Lime combined. Bird and Lime make no money.
It's true.
Bill and Larry, or whatever these guys' names are killing it.
Oh, shit. This is crazy.
I might just go impound scooters.
Yeah, you maybe should. Just walk home every day and make like
You know
$50 bucks.
This is in Pacific Beach in San Diego, where there's a shit ton of scooters, but LA has way more. Maybe I'll buy a big rig and just go one day and just clean up town. I could probably pick up 10,000 in a weekend. Get your boy Pete.
Take your whole run club and just be like, you just run from bird to bird. You know what I mean? We're going to do 5 miles today, guys.
Yeah.
Just huck a scooter if you see it.
Today we're collecting birds and limes. If for every 10 you get 10 minutes of my time.
Gosh. I have such mixed feelings because on one hand, I really want to support these guys and be like, you know what? You found a niche, exploit it.
Yeah.
On the other hand, these guys are such dorks. Okay. Well, listen, that's what's going on out here. So Kathy's, if, you're looking for a hustle, be creative.
Yeah.
Because Bill and Larry, not their real names, they found a niche.
It's really fascinating because they may have really stumbled onto something. They think they've stumbled onto a $1 billion industry.
For sure they do. You see those guys? I wish we could get those guys on here.
They're called Scoot Scoop. If you know them, Pacific Beach, San Diego,
Can
holler at
somebody try
us.
to get a hold of them? Pete, try to get a hold of them.
Yeah.
Bro, go on social media, asshole. Okay. If we get Bill and Larry on here, man.
Oh my God, it'd be so good.
Oh, I'll be so pumped. Okay, next up. Washington Redskins running back, Adrian Peterson. Looks like he's got himself in a bit of a jam. The classic story of your money manager steals all your money. And he's jammed up. And now he owes millions of dollars and he's jammed.
Yeah.
What's going on?
He is in a situation where he's currently getting sued by, I think, a bank or maybe even the state of Pennsylvania for some debts around $5 million. And his lawyer said that another situation of an athlete trusting the wrong people and being taken advantage of by those he trusted. So this guy made in 13 years $100 million. God. And he's obviously flat broke now. It's so sad that we hear these stories every single year.
Yeah.
And then and Adrian Peterson's been in the league 13 years, so it's not like it just happened recently. But like 13 years ago, players got smart. Like by that time, there had been a Magic Johnson. There had been prime examples of people that have operated correctly.
Yep.
And it's so sad because, you know, these people work their whole life and they have some God-given skill that no one else on earth has. They make all this money and then it's gone. Poof.
And you can never go make it back.
No. Not in the career they're in.
Well, not yet. I mean, you know how hard it would be for Adrian Peterson to make $100 million more?
No chance. For him to make $5 million, well, he has a pension, so he'll be able to live.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the debt collectors can't touch his pension. But like, and I don't think he gets his pension anytime soon. I think it's like far after you retire. But it's just crazy that these people, like so many people, not just athletes, musicians, actors, people that come into money end up with financial managers that bilk them all the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I don't know. I guess this is just the way the world is. I wanted to try to go into like problem solving mode, but this is just how it is. Because I was going to say you should have some sort of certified, but there are.
It's not that they're not certified. It's like, don't go to like the grease ball at like the charity auction and give him your money.
Yeah, but you don't
go to
know.
Goldman Sachs, go to Merrill Lynch, go to one of those places and go to their New York City, LA office and just give them the money. Like, don't even play games with these other people. Why take the risk?
But it's education. I mean, I guess if I had to like place some sort of thing, I would say that these teams should have a financial person that sets you up with options.
Yeah.
So when the Redskins have a person, the same way they have all these other trainers and everything, they have a financial person that you can meet with 10 people you can choose, but they're all certified.
They're vetted by the team.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Because, you know, like, I mean, these guys don't come from like, a lot of them don't come from financially educated backgrounds. And so when you're at the charity auction, the sleazeball speaks your language.
Yeah.
Like he's like, yo, bro, all those New Yorkers are trying to rob you. I got you.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the NFL should provide that.
I think the NFL
I'm going to start
does,
a change.org.
but it's got to be like
No, every team.
yeah, the team, like the owner of the team vets, these are my 4 guys. Because the owner of the team ain't getting built.
No.
Never.
Hell no. He's doing the bilking. You should, I think it should be a requirement that every team has that person.
Yeah.
Okay, well, change.org, man. I'll sign it. I'll start it.
Okay, I like it.
Next up, here's a way that Adrian Peterson could make his money back.
All right, I'm interested.
Fortnite.
That he could make his money back.
Turns out, right now in Fortnite, in New York, is the World Cup of Fortnite. It looks like they're giving away $30 million in prize money.
Yes. The
This is
winners,
nuts.
the winners in the solo and duo categories can each snag $3 million.
Gosh, and this is provided by Fortnite?
Yeah.
Gosh, man. The money these people are printing.
And you're talking about some of these kids are like 12 and 14. This is why.
You want to talk about who's getting bilked? Little Johnny, who's 12, who just got $3 million.
Yeah, because
his mom is coming.
Mom
in
and
hot.
dad are bilking him.
Yeah, say, what did you say? No, that was $30, Jimmy. Yeah. You read the zeros wrong. Zeros mean nothing in money.
But this is bigger than like, you know, things like Wimbledon, the Masters, you know, like the prize.
But think about it, it's so much bigger than all that stuff.
It is. And so the World Cup is, I think, being streamed on the game too. Like you can watch while you play yourself. So they're going to have this interactive audience. Everyone's in New York City. The finals are at Arthur Ashe Stadium where they play the U.S. Open. And it's going to be like the biggest thing in the city. I mean, I've been seeing videos of all the teams doing events and pop-ups, and it's like thousands and thousands of kids.
I mean, New York is just popping with dorks right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. These nerds are getting hammered. They're
not getting hammered. They're 12.
No.
Like
the
Mountain
older
Dew?
ones drink. The older ones party.
Yeah.
Those gamers party like rock stars. We've seen a couple in the wild. I love it. I just love the idea of walking into like a hot, like One Oak in New York, and it's just filled with gamers.
Gamers just popping
balling
crystal.
out. Yeah. Gosh, and then 12-year-olds in their hotels with their parents.
And it just shows why, like, if you're a young person and you're like a 12, 13-year-old, you're in school, and then you see, like, your idol who's your age taking home $3 million.
Yeah. Yeah, gosh. I just have such a hard time with it. I feel so old, but I have such a hard time with it. From the sense of, like, there's so many kids that aren't going to make money ever and are just going to play a shit ton of video games. Like, the fact that video gaming is a sport. Like, you know, at least when basketball is a sport, like, you're getting exercise hoping that one day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're moving your body. It's a
at least you get in shape.
like a fundamental thing you need. But if you're like you're sitting at home in your basement in Tennessee and you're like, no, like, Mom, beat it. I'm going to be rich one day. But
no, you get high blood pressure, diabetes.
Yeah, all you end up is sad. Your dream got taken from you, and now you're chubby as shit.
And you got bad eyes.
And you're addicted to Code Red. It's messed up. But I do love, like, these rock stars of gaming, I love it.
Yeah.
These guys are killing it.
Yeah, they're having a blast.
Having a blast, living, it's just good. It's all around good, but that's my concern.
Yeah. Well, you could start another petition for them.
You know what? Change.org. Okay. That'll be on there too. After this episode, I'll put a link to all of my petitions. Okay, next up. Dee, you're we're both heavy in the apparel business. You've been in it longer than I have. You do a lot more moving and shaking than I do, you know, picking up new brands, getting rid of old ones, all this stuff.
Shake.
I'm wondering if I could interest you in a classic surfwear brand that is about to hit the market.
Ooh, tell me more.
Well, I'll tell you more. It was invented by a guy named Bob Hurley.
Oh.
Hurley is the name of the brand.
Okay.
Used to be super, super popular. Everyone wore it.
Wow.
The window kind of closed. I'm guessing you can't really sell much other than in beach towns.
Yep.
But who knows? I mean, surfing could come back. Are you interested? Nike, the previous owner, is over it.
Let me tell you something. I'm absolutely not interested.
I thought you were into it. I thought I had a good pitch. Was it the nobody cares part that got you?
It could be the surfing part.
Yep. So what's happening? Do they share any good info in here?
No, there's no details being shared. I'm sure you can make out from Nike's earnings how much revenue Hurley does. I'm sure it's a huge business still. It's probably a mix of their retailers, their own retail shops all over the world, because you still see them everywhere. Outlet stores is probably huge. TJ Maxx, Ross, that world. Costco is probably a big customer. Things like that is probably how they're moving through product. I was down in Huntington Beach a couple days ago. It was the U.S. Open. I saw some kids wearing Hurley, like board shorts and stuff. It's a really tough category. And the challenge is every one of their competitors went bankrupt. They're still around, but Oaktree, another private equity firm out in L.A., has started consolidating Quicksilver, Billabong, all these types of brands. Yeah. So they're probably the only real suitor for Hurley. But I'm really curious to see how these surf brands... So, like, when I was growing up, I would say that surf culture was the desired culture for globally for a lot of young people.
Yep.
Because it meant you were in Southern California, on the beach, you know, blonde hair.
Oh, yeah. Conch shell necklace.
Yeah.
Six-pack.
Yeah, and that was that's how, like, PacSun probably started, and Tilly's and Zoomies.
Pacific Sunwear.
Yeah.
Just wear clothing to be worn in the Pacific sun.
Yeah, and what's funny is I remember first time, I don't know if you don't remember these conversations, 10 years ago at PacSun, I'd be like, just want to let you guys know, I don't think anybody surfs anymore. It's not the desired lifestyle.
Yeah, I remember that being kind of controversial.
Yeah. And
like, whoa, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and then look at their stores today.
Yep.
They're thriving, and they have nothing to do with surf anymore. Yep. And I think there's obviously a surfing scene and a surf culture, a subculture that still exists in surfing, because there's people who surf are very passionate about it.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't think it's mainstream. I don't think it's a mainstream business.
No, you don't have to say you don't think. It's absolutely not.
Yeah, and so it's not young people. Look, I'll tell you this. The $30 million Fortnite prize tells me all. I guarantee you're not getting $3 million for winning the U.S. Open Huntington Beach.
Hell No. You
Exactly.
get a free box of Hurley
And some
and a
Vans.
cup of some board wax. Yeah. No, it's absolutely not. And it's so crazy to think that, like, because this was my high school, I guess, but like that, I don't know, just how things change like that. Like everyone did. Like I remember the OC was like the biggest show when
Yeah.
I was in high school, and Laguna Beach and the Hills and all that shit.
Loved all those shows.
And Quicksilver and Hurley, and like it was just Southern California culture was like king.
What's funny is it's still Southern California culture.
Yeah.
It's just inland and it's on concrete now, and it's on Fairfax.
Oh yeah, yeah. But if you think about it, like it's still, I mean, all these gamers and influencers live in Southern California.
Yeah, they all live within 4 miles of each other.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty crazy.
Crazy, man, how the times have changed. I wonder what it'll sell for.
It's going to be heavily discounted. It has to be. I mean, who's going to pay up for that business?
Yeah, I want to.
Who's going to go in there and think, I can turn this thing around?
I don't know. You might be surprised, but nobody. The answer is nobody. I want to see numbers. Okay. If we get them, we'll tell them. Another line that's having trouble, but I don't think the same type of trouble.
No.
Is Gucci. So they've had some troubles with their racist turtlenecks. There was a lot of ban Gucci, cancel Gucci. Doesn't seem like that stuck.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
back
think that
in
stuff
rap
matters.
lyrics.
Yeah.
It's back on the gram. No one cares.
Yeah.
But their momentum has slowed, and it was just on fire.
Fire.
So I don't know. I mean, even though it's a story worth mentioning, I don't think this is like big news. I think it's just Gucci caught like a super, super trend back in hip hop, and everyone was rocking it and whatever. And I just think, you know, that's changing a little bit. But I don't think it's not going anywhere. It's not slowing down like for real.
Yeah.
Do you see it differently?
Well, I mean, I think the problem, it's obviously grew like crazy the last couple of years, and Kering Group is the one that owns it, and the stock kind of got banged up on Friday in France where it trades. And I think like they're up against what LVMH is doing, who also reported earnings, and everything is just bananas. Like they grew 20% in the leather category and fashion and leather category in LV and Dior. So that's who they're compared against. And so in comparison to them, they don't look, looks like there's something might be wrong. Yeah. It's slowed down a little. And to be honest, when I look at the product and I look at social media, Gucci product to me is very like, it's very over the top. It's very like, it's not to me very wearable.
Yeah.
You know, like the sneakers, of course, the shoes, whatever, but like the apparel is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I look at like Dior and LV, and then I look at their sneakers and their accessories.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's for. I'm speaking
it's
on
way
men's.
They got to get a star designer.
Yeah.
Dapper Dan isn't cutting it.
Yeah, and they have their star Alessandro Michelle.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, so
Is that a guy or a girl? Alessandro Michelle? Is that a couple? I don't trust it.
yeah, I mean, and so I think it just shows you, LV, Dior have like epic creative directors at the helm.
Yeah.
They have so much cultural hype right now, and it's proving.
Yep.
It's so obvious. I don't understand how every fashion conglomerate doesn't understand this. Just put the right people at the top, and you will see an impact.
I think it's hard when it's so new. This is so new.
Yeah.
The whole model changed,
Yeah.
and they were the star. And the designer deserved a lot of money and whatever, but like it was never like the designer has all of the power.
Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy.
the brand had all the power. Not anymore.
But luxury is just hot right now.
Hot. But I do think like, you know, I think all the cancel Gucci stuff isn't great for growth. Even though I think it'll wear off,
Yeah.
it probably had some impact on like if you're red hot.
Yeah.
And you got T.I. yelling at you on Instagram that you can't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
You got to chill out for a few months.
I instantly don't see Gucci as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Not where LV, everyone has it. And those Dior sneakers.
But Fashion Week, I didn't hear anything about Gucci.
I don't
Just
think,
meaning I heard about everyone else's shows.
I don't know if they did a men's show there.
Sounds like a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Why don't you just put a billboard that says sorry?
Gucci.
Our bad.
We're Gucci.
Love Gucci. All Gucci? Question mark. That'd have been good. Yeah. Okay. Next up, a lot of companies, like we were just talking about with the fashion industry, a lot of companies have been disrupted lately, but unlike fashion, a lot of companies have really been disrupted by technology and everything going on in Silicon Valley, everything with the internet. It's pretty much just made everything easier, which has made a lot of these old companies put them in a really bad spot. One company that I thought would just get demolished by the internet and social media is Rosetta Stone. Mm-hmm. But apparently, they're prospering. They're doing well. Things are good. Yeah,
their business is still growing. They're supposed to do like $190 million. They've changed their business. I don't remember if you remember when at the malls, you would see the kiosk with the yellow boxes. Learn German, learn Spanish.
Yeah.
They've changed that business to a subscription business online. And they've been successfully been able to transform their customers to that model. And that's better than even the CD business.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you have no hard cost in the goods. Once you've developed the program, you could sell it forever. So they're actually quite healthy of a business. And there's a lot of people attacking language. Because I remember I was looking up different ways to learn different languages. And then you come across different services like Duolingo, Babbel, Linguatronics, and a lot of them do have free parts of their service. So it's interesting to see like Rosetta Stone is such a brand that I think people just feel comfortable going with them.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Is that just brand power?
It has to be. I think Rosetta Stone is just if you asked anyone how would you learn a new language, I couldn't think of anything but Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, it's just the word that comes to mind. They're good, man. They're like the Walmart of language.
Yeah.
Like talk about like just most people just get smoked when this type of thing happens.
Exactly.
Some upstart comes up.
I mean, there's so
Is there an opportunity to like teach people German, like more technology?
I don't know about German, but like
not specifically German. We offer all languages.
I think there's definitely an opportunity. I think you have to gamify it. I don't know. I haven't checked out how these apps work, but like if you make it fun, like everyone in theory wants to learn another language. Like it would, how awesome if we can just speak fluent Spanish
on a world tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like in reality, there's a lot of work that takes into learning another language. So if you made it fun, because like, look, take because of, I think, the motivational era and the self-improvement era, reading has become very popular.
Yeah.
Right? So there should be an opportunity to make language popular again. Make language great again.
Make language great again. I want to like learn Spanish from Cardi B.
That's interesting. Does she know Spanish fluently?
Yep.
Okay.
Big time. Or like, J Balvin. Teach me Spanish.
Yeah.
I'd sign up for that.
Like the master class of language, but from celebrities.
Yeah. Or recognizable cool people.
That would be really cool. I would like that.
Okay. Well, we got an idea. We've been shelling out the ideas.
Too many ideas.
Gosh. Okay. Next up. Gosh, this is good. And we got some bad feedback last time we covered this topic. Mm-hmm. And to all those people, I just want to say, F you. Because this is good stuff and this is good content.
I wish Anand was here for this one.
Me too. Because actually, I'm glad he's not. Because Anand's the one who toned us down last time.
Yeah.
So Ilhan Omar, who has just been all in the news. She's part of what do they call it? The tribe or the rat pack or the
squad?
The squad, which is AOC and Ilhan Omar and all these people. She's been all in the news and
specifically about her two marriages.
Okay, so specifically because of the send her back stuff was based around her and the squad.
Yeah.
And then about her two marriages.
Mm-hmm.
So Donald Trump talked about it. We talked about it. Everyone's talked about it. And I do want to give a disclaimer and say most of this is not factual, what we know about it. There's a rumor that she was married to her brother. It looked like it could have been an immigration scam. It looked like potentially her husband was a gay man.
Yeah.
Unclear, not confirmed.
Let's assume all those things are incorrect.
For the sake of content, let's assume all that's true.
Okay. Even if you can say it's all true or incorrect, we're going to give you a fact right here.
Assume whatever you want. But Dee has a fact for you about this is undeniable.
It's only deniable unless It's Daily Mail is lying.
True. And people got mad that we were using Daily Mail. But, like, I mean, if Daily Mail just straight up lied about this.
So it's saying that Ilhan Omar has split with her husband.
Seems like bad timing.
Very bad timing. Very, 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 very bad timing.
So the current husband is one that's legally married, not the Sharia law,
Yeah.
not her potential brother,
Yeah.
not the guy who we thought could potentially be
Yeah.
gay.
This is the actual father of her 3 children.
Why would you do that? Why right now? Why wouldn't you do anything in your
Just
power?
wait till next year and get divorced. I'm trying to help you out here.
Something's fishy. Something's fishy.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't this guy be like, yo, I get it. Like, I can't stand you, but like, I'm going to sleep over here. You sleep over there. We're going to wait this out.
Exactly.
This is terrible for you.
It's terrible for both of them.
Yeah.
Just something happened. I don't know what happened. All those allegations could be false, but the divorce is really shady.
I don't like it. Has this been used as political ammo yet?
It just got announced. I'm sure by the weekend.
I'm sure by the time this episode airs, there'll be a couple tweets.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay, well, look, listen.
Unless she comes out, if she's smart, this is what I would do. I would come out, deny it, and be holding her husband's hand down the street in Minneapolis.
But something's happened if that husband is not down to ride it out until spring.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Yeah.
He's like, F you, I'm not
Not
married
your
your
puppet.
brother.
Wait, what?
Wait a minute. You lied to get here? Okay, listen, guys. Everyone, all you sensitive people out there, just settle down. We don't know, but we do know that it is being reported that she got a divorce and that just seems a little weird. So
That smells
a little
fishy.
fishy. Okay, we'll keep you updated. Next up, Sprint and T-Mobile have been trying to get a merger approved. Done deal. They're together, Sprint and T-Mobile, super company, coming to a cell service near you.
I mean, not surprised. T-Mobile's been trying to merge. AT&T tried to buy T-Mobile a long time ago. T-Mobile bought Metro PCS. They got the homies CEO with the pink shirt that's like amazing on social media.
Yep.
Sprint, from what I've heard, is arguably the worst cell service in.
Oh, it's bad.
I've heard it's real. No one has any positive things to say about it.
T-Mobile too.
Is that case? I don't know. I've never had T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
I've always had AT&T.
Garbaggio. You might as well have just got 2 companies that sell plastic cups with strings attached.
So it's interesting because that's what I thought, and there's been a lot of politicians that fear that this is an antitrust issue, that this is going to harm the consumer, and there will not be fair competition because these 2 behemoths are getting together. They're also kind of pledging the new entity to bring 5G to rural areas of America and will be competitive on pricing. Who knows what they'll actually do, but that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting because from what I've heard, they aren't the best cell phone providers in terms of the service.
They're garbage. That's why it is perfectly fair.
So let them get together. Who cares? Why are we
Team
fighting
up.
this?
Nobody can hear you anyway. You can't get a connection regardless. So have fun.
If you're calling from a shitty service, you can't even complain.
Yeah, have at it. All you should team up. Buy a payphone company while you're at it. Yeah, I don't know shit about. I am in no place to comment on like SEC stuff, but it doesn't seem like. You know what I'm saying?
What if it was AT&T and give me another good provider?
Verizon.
That's
that's sketchy.
Yeah.
These 2 shitbags. Whatever, man.
Good luck.
You get on a new plan for $5 a month. You get a new Sidekick and a Apple.
What's
phone.
funny is I actually do have one phone that's T-Mobile, and I got it because they have unlimited international data.
Yeah.
And the catch is
You can't hear.
it doesn't actually work.
The phone doesn't dial. Okay, well, whatever.
Pete, what do you have out in Wisconsin?
Verizon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say Sprint.
Yeah, I knew you were.
No, you'd know because you wouldn't be able to get a hold of him. when you
Especially in
called him.
Wisconsin. I'm surprised they have cell phones
Literally, you'd be looking at him like on one of your runs. You'd be trying to call and it wouldn't ring. Okay, next up. Interesting news for all of our Bitcoin. Once again, An's the Bitcoin expert here on the pod. But interesting news for all of our Bitcoin-loving listeners. The IRS has apparently been sending out warning letters to a bunch of cryptocurrency holders because apparently there's some tax issues.
So the reason why I wanted to talk about this is a lot of people traded crypto on things like Coinbase and Robinhood. A lot of people are trading on Robinhood. Mm-hmm. I don't think people understand if you make money, you will have to pay taxes.
Yeah, you're right, but I do not understand. If you don't realize that if you make money, you have to pay taxes, that fundamental sentence, you shouldn't be on Robinhood.
So but I guarantee you, most people who trade on things like Coinbase and most young people, I'm not saying all people, a lot of young people are trading on Robinhood and showing, all these Beyond Meat Cathys. You guys all made all this money. If you sell it past a year of holding it, you'll pay long-term capital gains, which is about like 20%. If you sell it within the year, you pay short-term capital gains, and whatever that is right now, 40, 49%, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. They don't file that in their returns. And then one day, all of a sudden, you're going to get a lien on your account. And they're going to be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I don't, literally, when you go on Robinhood, you can go to this in your account and go to tax documents.
Yeah.
And they give you your K1 or whatever.
Yeah. But you have to actually file it.
I know, but man, if you think you just I found this sick app and I got free money.
Yes.
Come on, man.
I would love to know what percentage of Coinbase and Robinhood users file taxes.
It's so small. It is so tiny. But that is interesting, just in case for all of our listeners using things like Robinhood, what Dee said about long-term capital gains versus short-term is you should, in my opinion, unless you think you're a wizard day trader.
Which I think a lot of people do, because a lot of people who bought Beyond or Revolve and made money, and they'll all DM me. I'm like, should I sell it? And I'll be like, you have to pay short-term capital gains because it has not been a year.
So it's double. So you literally have to make double the money.
Yeah.
And I just think you should really be buying things that you plan on keeping for more than a year on there.
Yeah.
But unless you think you're the next hot, day trader.
What's homie from The Big Short?
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, what's his name? What's his name as a
Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale. Okay, well, hey, maybe you're the next Christian Bale. And
you're the Batman.
You're the Batman. And maybe you're Batman at night and you're a day trader in the day. So whatever. If that's your thing, screw taxes. Okay, last but not least, I wanted to end us off with a good, quirky story. Mm-hmm. Before we send everyone off into their week. Like I said, a lot of competition with people trying to find interesting ways to deliver food, groceries. There's things like Instacart. Obviously, we know about Postmates. Everything that Amazon does. Looks like Pizza Hut is throwing their hat in the ring. They have a new concept that is going to make getting that tasty, tasty pie a little more convenient.
Love it.
They're doing food lockers. And apparently what that is you order your pizza and you just come and it's in your locker. Now, locker sounds a little gross, but you just come pick it up. It's in your little cubby hole, your little whatever. And they probably give you a code, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's through the app. Like you order it through the app, you pick it up via the app. It has a warmer to keep your pizza warm. It has a cooler to keep your drinks cool. I love this because when you pick up, I like to pick up food. Like I like to use, if a company has a site, I can order online and I can just go grab it and be on my merry way.
Yep.
I prefer to do that. The reason why, the one challenge of that is we like to order acai bowls from this one spot.
Yep.
And we go in there and then I'm at the mercy of whenever the person at the register lifts their head up to be like, oh, what are you here for?
Yeah.
And so this has eliminated me talking to a human being, which any time I can eliminate talking to a human being, I'm interested. Yeah. The only challenge is it's Pizza Hut.
Yeah, at the end of the day, there's a shit pie waiting for you in that locker.
It's a nice warm shit pie.
Well, I mean, whatever. At
But
least
I like
they're
the
moving
idea.
the ball forward, and maybe a good pizza place will take a note.
I
But I
really,
agree. I think, well, the thing that still blows my mind the most in life, in all of life, is that there's not a smoother, more technologically friendly way to pay your bill at restaurants.
yeah.
That you finish your food and you wait for a server, then you wait for the check, then you wait for the check to come back, then you blah, blah, blah. It's like there's so many ways that technology can get rid of that friction of things like food, which everyone's doing.
Yeah, everyone should have a tab at the restaurant, and you get charged the moment you get up and you're gone.
Or there's an app that you pay, like you make your reservation on the restaurant's app and it charges your card.
So
Or there's a scan on the table. Why isn't there just literally like a little mini iPad that you just say check out, scan cards like Square, but at the table, and then you get up and leave?
Like Open Table had this function, and for some reason it's gone, where you would be able to put your credit card while making the reservation, and then I would just get up and leave, and then it just says what tip do you want to leave, and then walk out.
So good.
Why do I have to
premium.
give a head nod, chase someone down, and do the
Squiggle, yeah.
my hand? I have to
Check,
shake
and then
my
say
hand.
check with your mouth.
Yeah. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
We got to fix this shit. But listen, I mean, until then, we'll pick up shit pies from lockers. You know what I mean? At least someone's trying.
You know what's interesting?
What?
Pizza companies are the most innovative in the food space. If you think about what Domino's is doing, Pizza Hut, these guys are pioneers. They are like Steve Jobs.
Pioneer, good play on words. P-I-E.
Pioneer.
You should
That's a
open
good name for a pizza place.
What? Another idea.
It's all made by robots. You don't have to talk to anybody.
Pick it up in a locker.
Yeah.
Swipe your card, whatever you want.
Yeah. Put your crypto in there.
Put your Bitcoin in there. Don't pay taxes on it. Fuck it.
Just bring. I know Bitcoin is not a coin, just for those crypto nerds.
No, they'll be in your DM. Okay, that's it. That's all we got.
Yeah.
Guys, hit us up on Instagram at Group Chat Pod. We're going to start, we promise, I'm going to go ahead and say it so we hold ourselves accountable. We promise that this week we'll do an Instagram Live.
Oh, yeah.
Where we chat with you guys and answer any questions and that sort of thing. And yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday. Hit us up, share the pod, let everyone know you're listening. Thanks for all the support. And peace out.
Ciao, bella.
See that? Rosetta Stone. No need.
Yeah. I already know
We
Italian.
have Italian taught by Dee Murthy. Say it with me now. Ciao, bella.
Guys, if you like that and you want to see more like it, as well as vlogs, other web series, and all the random stuff that I'm doing here on YouTube, don't forget to click that subscribe button. You won't regret it. I promise.